Hi guys, Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel, and I am out today in south central Colorado in what's called the Rampart Range area, and this trail is 686, marked as a moderately difficult ATV trail, and it's kind of overcast and cloudy today. It's also very smoky. We've had fires, California, Pacific Northwest. We've had a few here in Colorado this summer, but most of the smoke, from what I read, is coming from out of state. But it's definitely hazy. It's still pretty warm though. I think it's 83 up here right now, which isn't bad, but it's warm. Especially when you got as many layers on as I do. Knee guards, pants, padded undies. Yep. I fell in June, and it was on a ride that I didn't actually bring a video to you about because the settings on my camera were completely messed up that day. Nothing was usable in the footage that I'd taken. But I had fallen on a rock, landed on my hip, and bruised myself quite badly. In fact, even now, on September 1st, it's still tender to the touch, but the bruise is gone. But it was a deep soft tissue bruise, and ever since then I decided I was going to wear the padded undies. But I got padded undies on, I got the pants, I got knee guards on, I've got the big, nearly knee-high boots, I've got armor on, I've got a long sleeve shirt, but it's not too bad once, if I keep moving. But I'm hopeful that it's not too dark today. See if we can bring some pretty scenery. Getting to the point here where it's looking like I'm going to need a new rear tire pretty soon. It's actually lasted me a little longer than I thought it would. I expected it to only last a month or two, and it's actually made it through pretty much the summer. We're into September now, and to me September kind of counts as fall, even though it really isn't quite yet. But isn't it September 21st is the equinox for fall, moving from summer into fall? I forget. But either way, this rear tire has lasted me longer than I thought it would. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now, I did want to let everybody know too, that here in about a month, early October, hopefully when all the leaves are at their peak colors, I'm going to be in a different area, different part of the state. And I'm hopeful that I'm going to get some really pretty footage. I've got some plans coming up. Wife and I are going to go do a little, I guess what they call leaf peeping. That's kind of a newer term for me. But she wants to go and look at the fall colors, and we're going to go into a part of Colorado that's apparently known for that. Pretty much the whole state is, but I guess this area that we're going to, I won't say where just yet because I'm hopeful to bring you a video or two of it. That's going to be really nice. But I should be coming up here in about a month. Pretty much everything since I started this trail until right here has been downhill. So I've only ridden an actual ATV, a four-wheeler, 4 or 5 times in my life. don't have a ton of experience on them. When I was a kid growing up, they hadn't outlawed the three-wheelers yet. And I rode those a few times. Seemed like every time I'd crash on the three-wheeler, it would bounce twice and land on my back, which I suppose is part of the reason why they don't make them anymore. But the four-wheeler started coming out when I was a teenager, and I haven't ridden a ton of them. But as I go through this trail here, some of it is tight enough, with some tight enough corners, that I'm not sure what the turning radius is on those things, but it make me wonder if it was a little too tight. But apparently not, because it's an ATV trail. I can see ATV tracks on it. I'm also about 5 minutes behind a KTM that came through here. He started down this trail as I was getting all geared up and getting ready to head out myself. But I'm almost positive he's moving a lot faster than I am. So it's going to be interesting today to see just how much I notice, or perhaps don't notice, this rear tire that's getting pretty worn out. Still got some tread on it, but it's less than half of where it started out. And it already seems to me like it's a little bit on the lack of grip side. Probably going to have to see if I can get a new rear tire before the trip next month. Get me set up with some good bite. Pretty trail. Got a little bit of sunshine peeking out. First time that's been out for 3 or 4 hours today. It was sunny when I first got up this morning, but it's just about noon right now, and it's been cloudy since about 9, I think. One thing I like about this trail system out here, it's very well marked. Every time there's a turn or a split onto another trail, they've really done a good job of marking both of them so that you can keep track of where you're at, which trail you're on. This looks like one of those trails that kind of parallels the main dirt road. These generally tend to be wider and easier. These are the ones that I see side-by-sides on, not just four-wheelers, but the razors and the wider ones over 50 inches. I think that was a KTM I followed earlier. Keep finding these rags on the ground. It's about the third one I've seen. Like dish rag type things. I try and make sure that everything I have on my bike and my person, my backpack, is all zipped up and secured so that I'm not dropping trash on the trails. People dropping water bottles on the trail too. Secure your cargo, people. Dumping trash on the trail, even accidentally, is still dumping trash on the trail. And a rope. Whoa. I don't have the capacity to pick up all the trash and haul it out with me. Otherwise I would. Could have asked him how rough it is on an ATV. It just seemed to me that my memories of riding those four-wheelers is you feel every bump. Pretty harsh. Oh, pay attention here, Lance. I haven't crashed on my last 2 rides. If I make it through this one without crashing, that'll be 3 in a row. That's pretty good for me. I really want to fly my drone. I'm just afraid of the wind. But you know what? It's not too bad right now. Let's just give it a try. Well, it had to be a short drone flight. The wind is just a little bit too strong out there for my little drone. It kept wanting to blow away into the trees. I didn't want it to do that, because if I get too many trees in between me and the drone, it loses a signal and I can't control it anymore. And if it loses signal, I think it'll just sit there wherever it is in the sky. But with that wind, it'll just blow it around, and I'm really afraid that it'll blow it into a tree and then it'll crash, and then I'll never be able to find it again. Plus, it's quite cloudy today, and we still have that smoke, so I'm not really sure how pretty that scenery is going to be. If it was clear and we have blue skies and you can see all those mountain peaks in the distance, I think it would be beautiful. It's a little on the hazy side today. You know, one thing I really appreciate about this area is they got porta potties. Well, outhouses, not porta potties. Outhouses fairly regularly out here. But yeah, I'm excited about this trip coming up here in another month or so. And yeah, just about a month, almost exactly a month. And I hope to catch some fall colors on a great ride or two in an area that I've never been to. So keep your eyes open for that one. Should be coming up mid-October. But I appreciate you guys coming along today, as always. Hopefully the camera is doing okay in this dark, cloudy, shady stuff. And hopefully it was still pretty scenery. It certainly was for me. You guys be safe. And I will catch you on the next one.